shut the fuck up.
People are getting threatened by lawyers.
It's meant to be a fucking love show.
Can I sit with you?
Yes, you can sit with me.
And we want you to sit with us. It's Dom.
And Ella.
You may know us from finding love on reality TV, and by that we mean with each other.
Two best friends figuring out life.
Chatting all things reality TV, because, how could we not?
And all things in between. Sex, relationships, dating, and navigating being a female in the world.
Unfiltered and fabulous advice from your two besties.
All right, guys, we are back for part 2 with Jono and Ellie, and we are about to get into the reunion, which shit did that turn into one big mess.
Like, I really feel as though with your season this year, it really glamorized the drunkenness.
Yeah, they're getting lit.
They're getting lit. It really did. And I felt uncomfortable as a viewer watching that.
Yeah.
Everyone was so drunk this year. Like, it was crazy. Hey,
it wasn't like that for us.
There was one night in particular I was not feeling good. And so that was the muzzle comment night.
Oh.
Are you fucking joking me?
Yeah. So I was like, just having a great old time.
Were you like lit when the muzzle, and you're like, is that why you're just sitting there like?
No, I didn't.
Like,
I was saying to Jack, come on, you did say that. They just cut it all out. Timothy came down and we both ripped into Jack and said, mate, you said it. You said it in front of Alessandra. They just cut it all out.
Yeah.
Because they wanted no man stood up for the women. That's the sort of theme they wanted to run. So that next night, like, they said, none of you men did anything. And we're all like, I did.
Well, that's what I sat there watching thinking none of these men are going to say anything that this is fucked up.
They just cut it out.
Oh, that was hard
So
to
I
watch.
said, really, like, I argued with Jack for ages. Yes, you did say that. No, I didn't. And in the end I went, okay, fine. You never said that. And then I was like, you've always said Tori's attractive. And they cut that end bit off and just played that. They didn't have me saying it really sarcastically, which is how I said it. They cut the sarcastic bit off and just had me going, okay, yeah, you're right. You never said that.
But didn't you think when you were saying that in that moment that was not going to be good for you? Like,
no.
This is something that I really don't understand. For me, it's like, do you realize that there's like 20 cameras in the room? You're mic'd up. Like, and this is going to be how you come across on TV.
Yeah, I know. But
so didn't you think it was a good idea to not drink and like at levels that?
I realized after that night, and then I was like, okay, tone it right down. And after that night, I didn't ever get like drunk again.
Yeah,
but I was feeling pretty comfortable, and like we went into that dinner and we were meant to question Jack. Tim, he actually is the one who told Lauren and Sarah about the things Jack had said, like, if we make it to couple swap, you guys can sleep with Tori.
Yeah.
Tim brought that up with Lauren and Sarah, not me. So when I didn't realize Lauren was saying Jono told me this. So at the dinner party, when it all came out, I thought we were going in there and Tim was going to have to be the one to say it because he's the one who told them, not me.
From what Jack told us in our record, he's a bit of a gym bro. He's a lad.
Yeah.
You know, he likes having that kind of
That's
chat.
his space.
That's his space.
In the gym.
Okay, that's not me accepting or liking what he did and said, right? What I'm trying to say is, did the rest of you guys, and probably won't like this, but be little gossip girls and think this is some gossip that I've got now and I'm going to just further perpetuate this role that Jack's taken on as...
No. So the first...
Are you sure? Because...
I'll tell you what happened and you can decide. So Lauren said to me one day, I don't think Jack finds Tori attractive. And I was like, yeah, I've heard him say that. That's all I said. Tim at a dinner with two couples... Tim and Sarah, Lauren and I. And Tim said, oh, Jack said the wildest thing today at the gym. He said that if we make it to couple swap, that we can sleep with Tori if he hasn't. And I got this like chill down my spine. I was like, you shouldn't have said that. But that were the only two things said. Then it all came out. But you guys didn't see at the retreat, I ripped into Jack. So him and Lauren were at the fire going, Jono's a fucking liar. You can't trust Jono. I'd gone to bed. And that's when I packed up and left because Tim and Tristan came in and they were like, they are out there tearing shreds through you saying you're a liar. And I was like, who? Lauren and Jack. They were together like ripping shreds through me. So I was like, that's it, I'm done.
Lauren and Jack.
So Lauren and Jack, but they didn't obviously show it because they didn't want them to be looking
Yeah.
like friends, right?
What the fuck is
So I
going on here?
packed my bag
honestly.
up, moved out of the room, slept on the couch, and that's when Lauren came in the next day with a coffee, and she apologized profusely. She said, I got gaslit by a gaslighter about gaslighting or something.
Oh, she's so
much
witty.
gaslighting.
Yeah. So anyway, that night I was like, Jack's called me a liar. Gloves are off. Because all I ever did was say, yeah, I've heard him say that. But he said it to Alessandra in front of everyone.
Yeah, we remember that, and we said that
Yeah.
to him.
Yes, we did.
I had no problem in saying that to Lauren because he'd said it in front of the group. I didn't ever say any of the other horrible things that happened and he said at the gym.
Yeah.
Until he called me a liar. And then I was like, you know what, stuff you. So that night, he's sitting at the fire beside Tristan. I go up and sit right beside him. And I said, I heard you had some stuff to say about me last night. Say it to my face. And he's like, oh, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, say it to my face. And he's like, oh, no, I don't. I'm like, you call me a liar. And he's like, no. Lauren. And I'm like, you called me a liar. I was like, the only thing I lied about was I didn't say what you said, because he didn't say she wasn't attractive. He said if I saw her in a nightclub, I'd go, where's your friends? I started saying that to him at the fire. What you actually said was, if I saw you in a nightclub and like, where's your friends? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, no, I never said that. And I'm like, you just finished my sentence. And he was like, yeah, no, but I didn't. I just knew you were going to say that. And I'm like, how did you know I was going to say it if you never said it? And at reunion commitment ceremony, they did their video. It was all horrible. And then they said, is Jono a liar? Did you ever say that? And he's like, nah, I never said it. And then they said, we're going to watch another video. And they played that and everyone just went. But they cut it all out.
Yeah, they cut that entire scene out.
I
and
think
that's
it's
why they
because-
left the reunion.
Because everyone was saying Jono doesn't ever lie. And I don't think they wanted people to think I wasn't a liar, because Eden was like, look, Jono has, betrayed Jack's trust in saying that, but Jono doesn't ever lie. I got called the gossip girl in the end, because I
actually think that
There's a lot of fucking gossip girls in this season.
This season were actually worse gossip girls than the
Seriously?
girls.
At the gym.
No, I
This
100%.
gym that we
Gossip
We've been
101,
saying it
man.
for weeks now.
Apparently Timothy's the best at it too.
Yeah.
He's the
Oh
top.
my God, he's a fucking
he's
gossip girl, all right?
That's
Like,
what we're hearing too.
he loved getting involved in it.
He's like one of the
I
girls.
by mistake dropped something to Timothy one day and he was like, yes, and then he immediately was like, I can't wait to tell everyone this, and I was like, no.
It was actually one of the best reunions I'd seen in a really long time. So thank you
Very
for
good
providing us
TV.
with that
Yeah, it was
entertainment.
very good TV.
I have to say it was hard to watch you guys at a certain point, and I know that it goes for lots and lots of hours. For me, the only thing was it came off like you were smug about being in love, finding each other, having each other.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, I just for one I smugness doesn't sit well with me, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to watch when, it's like, oh, okay, not everyone else has found that. I'm not saying because Lauren was upset. I didn't need you to tell me that she was never into you. I could read that like a fucking street
Yeah,
sign.
we knew that from day
bright
one.
and clear.
Yeah.
But it was just the smugness in general,
Well,
right?
yeah, we went back and we were so happy to be together and we find each other. And that definitely came across on the camera. But, after I had seen the messages on Jono's phone from Lauren, she didn't care about us. As she had someone on the outside anyway. I wasn't worried about her feelings because she wasn't interested in Jono. She didn't want Jono. And she was like happy for us pretty much in the end.
Smugness was what? They took all of our PDA over like 8 hours and compressed it down into a few minutes and made it. We weren't smug. We're not like,
I would
Jack
never.
is a bit smug, right? He's very confident and that's just not us. And watching it, that's what we saw. We were horrified.
It was actually so hard to watch the episode. You know, halfway, we were down in Sydney watching it with some friends, and I had to go into the bathroom just to have a little cry because it was so horrible what I was seeing, because it's not how it happened at all. You know, I was really excited to see the episode, and then once I saw the shorts for it and the ads, and then, you know, when it was really happening, watching it in real time was just shocking, because that's not how it happened. Me swearing at Lauren when actually I swore at Sarah. It was like 2:30 in the morning. Sarah had leaned behind Lauren and said to Eden, "This is what she wants. She's just here for the limelight." And I just said I'd had enough. Sarah sat there.
She said that about
night.
you. You want the limelight
And
out
I
of
was
everyone.
like, hang
Oh
on
my
a
God,
minute.
please.
I was like,
And
take a
Ellie
step
was
back.
like, I left at week 5. And then she's
And
like,
I
"You're just
swore.
here for the limelight." And she's like, "You fucking bitch."
But like,
and
you have to push me to get me
Yeah.
like that. And she'd been looking at me all night. You know, Sarah was not friendly at all. She was obviously on Lauren's side. Absolutely.
Oh, of course. Laura, Sarah
Yeah.
was trying to be the little mouthpiece,
Yeah.
attached. You know how there's like those bikes and they've always got that little attachment, and it's like someone sits on the big bike and then it's like the little one that's on the side. That's Lauren and then that's
Sidecar.
Sarah, right? That
Yeah.
sidecar. It's a fucking sidecar, those two. I'm serious.
They were the mean girls. And I'm happy
Oh,
to
I mean,
say
that's
that.
clear as daylight. I don't know who doesn't
Yeah.
see
and
that.
then I snapped, and I never do that, and I can't believe I snapped on camera, but it was 2:30 in the morning.
And it
You know,
happens. It happens on those
I thought it
shows.
was
Lost
laughable,
it.
actually, that people were saying that you were the mean girl
Yeah.
Oh,
in
it
that
is
situation.
ridiculous.
I was like,
please.
come on, guys. Come
no.
on, please.
You've met
we
me for
didn't
like
see
5
that.
minutes now, and I'm sure you can see. You know,
No, I
No, but we didn't think that either when we
Yeah, I
watched
didn't
it.
think-
Even though we saw it as it was at Lauren, we were still even then like,
You know, they're like
yeah.
staring at you, and then I just thought, I'm not tolerating this anymore. I'm going to stand up for myself. The first time I do, and it comes out like a tirade of swear words and on camera.
But
now-
now the worst swear word. I called
Yeah.
Carrie and Kennelly a c***.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
you're
never-
calling her a
yeah.
fucking bitch. It's not
Yeah.
that bad,
And I got
mate.
persecuted
we
for
we
it.
have the table on our side. Like everyone, as I said, sort of a lot of people went at Lauren really hard that night. She got really upset, but we sort of had the table, so we were feeling good. We were like, yes, this is
Well, because people were happy for you, right?
Yeah.
So you were
yeah.
happy.
We were
Yeah.
happy.
Do you, knowing what had happened, is there anything that you think that you could have done differently?
We would probably just keep it a little secret, right?
Oh,
Did you guys
no.
tell anyone before the dinner party?
So yeah.
Oh, this is what my mum wants.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a question from
Yeah.
Anna, my
Yeah.
mum.
Yep. Hey, Anna.
Who knew?
Mum wanted to know why Jono couldn't have told Lauren that she was bringing Ellie. I'm like, Mum, you know your daughter was on MAFS. Why
Yeah.
would you even ask that?
Yeah.
As if they're gonna let you.
They were
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
I was in Sydney and I was
Yeah.
with Tristan and Timothy at the
Mm-hmm.
time. And I sort of said, guys, I have something I need to tell you. You cannot tell anyone, because I wanted to see what they thought about it. I said,
Yeah.
look, Tim, you know how we were meant to catch up. I did see Ellie that day and we had like the best night
Yep.
ever. And I've seen her pretty much every other day since. And they
Cute.
were like so happy. I'm like, you can't tell anyone, but do you think I should go back to reunion with Ellie? And they're like, yes, it would be so amazing. Like, it would be awesome. Like, a good thing.
Yeah.
To come out, a beautiful thing to come out of the
I
experiment.
reckon
Yeah.
too.
It's meant
Like,
to be a
geez.
fucking love show.
You're probably
No,
gonna
and
let
that's-
anyone
show
that love.
anything.
I mean, look at Evelyn and Duncan.
Like, I mean, shit.
Evelyn and Duncan as well from last year.
I mean, look, I hope that Jack and Tori last too, because I love
Yeah.
love. Okay, so
Yeah.
I want them to be happy.
and we
Yeah,
love
happy.
seeing success stories on these
Exactly.
shows.
Yeah.
It's
And I don't
so
know
rare.
why- I don't know why they're so against it, because obviously every season has some kind of cheating scandal.
Yeah.
I don't consider yours a cheating scandal.
Mm.
I can see it as like a recoupling. It was like
Yeah.
you actually were definitely way better matched,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
For instance, in our season, Caroline and Daniel, that was
a cheating
really
scandal.
was a fucking cheating
Yeah.
scandal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I don't understand why MAFS still to this day is so against like actually
People
making happy
finding
love
each
stories.
other.
The thing that is really confronting to me post show now, and you know, people are starting to get their socials back, which I don't know how some people have these TikToks
business account- and they got business accounts on
business
Instagram?
accounts and saying
Business
calling it back.
accounts? Yeah.
But like the amount of content that these people filmed during the experiment, I'm like, geez, you really put time aside and were like doing all of this content.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
TikToks, and I'm
Anything.
like, wow,
We didn't do
man.
anything.
I didn't
I
do
know.
anything.
I didn't do anything. I was like,
Nothing.
I missed
And you're the
boat.
fame hungry one, apparently. Because
Yeah.
you're,
They had all these things
It's
banked,
ridiculous.
ready to go in the draft.
So in those
Hit
Mean
submit.
Girls, hypocrisy is disgusting. Everything they say, they do worse themselves, or they are that themselves. In everything that they say, it is out of control. Like fame hungry or saying
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
thirsty. It's
Yeah.
all, I don't know, a reflection of themselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Jono, Lauren's actually got us blocked on TikTok.
Yes.
She's got myself, Ella.
I didn't even know that.
Stick with us blocked. What do you think about
Yeah.
that? What?
Why would she have us blocked?
Yeah, why would she have us blocked? What?
Yeah, that is really strange.
Because apparently she said that
We're intimidated by her.
we're intimidated by her and we're threatened by her, but why would she block us? Wouldn't we block her?
You're intimidated.
Intimidated by her.
You should be scared of her because she's a scary person. But should you be scared of her taking over your business? No, you guys are really good at what you do, and everyone loves what you guys do. Lauren is scary.
I mean that's not. I mean the fact that she's even said that or brought that up.
Why is that even a thought
on her?
process?
There's room for everyone.
I feel like
and I don't know whatever
come
she
out.
wants. I don't understand what she's.
There
got to
is,
do with
like
me
I
at all.
said, it's a case of it seems like it's not good enough for her to do well. She wants other people to not do well. It's almost like she sees success in others failing when we can all do well. We can all just
really
get on
not
with
nice.
life,
Yeah.
be nice to each other, not
Can't everyone win
threaten
together?
each other with lawyers. If, someone said, I'm going to tell the truth about what happened. Lawyers.
I'm actually a little bit nervous. If this,
She
when
was
this all
nervous
comes out,
coming here today.
just because of what I've heard that people are getting threatened by lawyers and everything just for speaking the truth. So yeah, I get a little bit nervous.
I think the
True.
first night everyone went out post show airing, she's putting Jaden's hand on her boob and stuff.
That was really
and it's
fucked up.
Yeah,
and
let's
poor
discuss that.
Aiden.
Let's really discuss
Yeah.
it. I think for these so-called women who like to call themselves women,
Girls.
Yeah.
girls have got each other's backs.
Yeah.
The only backs that they got is
Who's each other's?
their others. And to sit there next to Jaden in front of Eden, which supposedly she found out that night that they had actually split and they were just trying to keep it amicable for the fucking Nova party. And for her to do that in front of Eden and parade that.
Yeah.
And it's I'm sorry, but I don't know who in their right mind.
Yeah.
And Eden messaged Lauren saying, I really didn't like the way that all played out. And Lauren
No
never
reply.
apologized. She texted
Yes.
Jaden as well, and both of them never replied.
So
can
after all of that
imagine
came out, no accountability from Lauren, no apology from Lauren, nothing to Eden.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I feel so
Lauren's
sorry
not
for
much.
Eden.
Yeah, we feel very sorry. Eden's a beautiful human.
She's-
She's inside and out, just the most,
inside
just
and out.
loving,
She's-
kind person.
Yeah.
for her age, so smart,
Yeah.
so calm. Like Stephen. Stephen was so nice and so smart and so thoughtful in the things he said.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised. Well, both Jaden and Lauren, they're not apologizers. They're strong-headed people.
Yeah.
Jaden has to be in his job.
He's a fighter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
But
that's fair
grabbing
enough. But
still.
someone's hand
Yeah.
and putting it on you
for someone
not-
like Lauren though,
yeah.
that thinks she's so good at playing the game, to not do that and fuck over Eden and do that and sit there meanwhile knowing you're being filmed by a paparazzi that works for Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Is it
And in the video-
stupid, incoherent, or all of the above?
I just don't think she cares.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
she's-
she was just drunk and who
Yeah.
knows what else. Hey, but
She's
you should never
she's-
do that.
I'd say, after a few drinks, she's just all fun,
But
That's not fun.
That's not fun, is
That's
it?
not
in her
fun.
mind it is. In her
Yeah,
mind
I don't
it
think
is.
that's
It's
fun.
not fun.
self-destructive and
There's
hurting
definitely
everyone
a bit
around
of-
you.
As someone
a
that
bit of
that knew her for 4 months, do you think this is something that would be playing on her mind, being like, oh my God, people are going to change their opinions on me? Because she strikes me as someone who is very cares about,
She cares
the
a
public
lot.
perception, the
A
followers,
lot.
the
every episode, Daily Mail would be like, Lauren's yelling at me because she doesn't like what she sees. And I'm looking at it going, she got the best edit of anyone known to man. They didn't show a single bad thing, Lauren.
well, they didn't show that she had a boyfriend on the outside
They
and
didn't
everything.
Yeah, exactly. That would have
So I
changed
mean,
everything.
if that's not she got a good edit, I don't know what is.
But
Yeah.
when Sarah
Yeah.
came out for cheating, when Sarah got outed for cheating, Lauren lost her mind. She was up.
This is something I really want to ask about.
Jaden was like, this is not good enough. And on the TV, all you see is Lauren nodding her head. And I was like,
silent.
There was silence. It
Yeah.
was silence when
And we said that. We were like, where's
Lost
Lauren?
her
Why isn't
we
mind.
were
Lauren?
watching it going, where's Lauren? Like,
Yeah.
isn't this her mouthpiece?
Yeah.
Lauren,
So what
sidecar?
happened is Eden came back in and told everyone what had happened, and Michael jumped up and went, I knew it. And Lauren was straight up, shut the fuck up, Michael. And just then
Are
then
you
Jay-
joking?
Oh no. I remember watching her because I'd gone around the other side of the table. She was up, the lights hang down pretty
Yeah.
low, and she was up among, because she's really tall, like ducking down among the lights, like throwing fingers down every end of the table. Like
Wow.
the next day at the commitment ceremony, she's like, I just wanted to apologize about last night. I can just never let one person be attacked by the whole group. And I was like, you let Jack do that every day.
Every day.
But that was her excuse for defending Sarah cheating. But then they never showed any of it anyway. So
Yeah, wow.
I'll never forget the image of her ducking down under the light, throwing
So
fingers
having a go
everywhere.
at Stephen because he was like, Sarah, this isn't acceptable. Like, this is fucked up. Like, you're saying she was standing there pointing. What was
Oh,
the
she
slurs?
was yelling at everyone. So anyone who said anything about Sarah cheating. So Jaden was like, how could you do this? Shut the fuck up, Jaden. You can't talk. And like they showed Sarah up yelling.
Yes, they
Yeah.
Who else? But they were both up on one on each side of the table, just losing it. And then they both walked out. They both came back in. It went off again. They both went back out. Lauren grabbed me and dragged me out to the cocktail room. She's like, I need you to do me a solid. I need you to say that you were there that night and that you saw Sarah and that she didn't do anything with her boyfriend.
No.
Yes, her ex-boyfriend. And I was like, I was out with Jaden and Eden that night. Like, no. And I was with Jaden and
So
Eden
she
that
wanted
night.
you
To
to
lie.
lie and say that you were there,
To
you
protect
saw them
Sarah.
together, you didn't see any
Yeah.
them to actually do anything when actually you were out with complete other people.
I was out with Jaden and Eden that afternoon.
And you're like, sorry, I can't do that.
In
like,
your
yeah,
opinion, do you think that Sarah
100%
slept with
she's
her
slept
ex?
with him multiple times. And Eden,
For sure.
Eden knows. Eden has said, look, yeah, she did. But Eden doesn't want to get involved in it.
Yeah, Eden's had enough. She's
Yeah.
like, I
She
don't
has.
fucking need
She's
this
tapped out,
wrath
man.
from
She
them
has.
coming for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, look,
And
at
she's
this
also
point
going
now,
through
it's like,
heartbreak.
as
It's
if she
exhausting.
didn't fuck the
So
ex.
Tim probably
Yeah.
didn't say this.
No,
yesterday.
Tim was
So get
very
this,
trying
when-
to cover up.
Hello, we called you
her.
during the recording because
Yeah,
he wouldn't
I know,
do
so I could out her. I don't care.
No, Tim was like really trying. He's like
Yeah,
terrified of
he
her or
just-
something.
He was saying he's
He is,
terrified.
and he should be. She's a scary woman. But
Yeah.
So Tim said to me the first time we went to the gym, it was probably like week 2. He said to me, so they were the first wedding, and then they had like a week separated where they both were in different apartments in Sydney. And he said that he thought in that time that she was seeing someone, because he would be like, well, sometimes she messages and then there's just periods where I like will try and call her message, just can't get a hold. Like, and
Well, he would
was like,
say
I'm
that
pretty-
it would be very
Yeah,
hot and then very
cold.
cold. And
Yeah.
he felt as though, I mean, that makes sense because
Yeah.
he felt as though some days it was like he could see this, you know, it was like, oh, this is really good. And then other
Yeah.
days she'd be just like totally off him and be really weird.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of
So
sense.
he sort of was like, I feel like she was like sleeping with someone in that week when I was apart from her. And I was like, okay. And then when it all came out that the ex and everything, I was like, oh, yes.
What are the chances of 2 girls going on this season basically doing the same thing to 2 blokes and then they became best friends? Like, what are the chances of that? 2 girls going are already kind of sleeping with
Well, I think
other
because
men.
they went into it knowing that they wanted to come out of this as best friends, besties.
But they didn't know each
You
other
know,
before the show,
I
right?
don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
positive they did.
Like, how
No,
weird's
I don't
that?
think I don't think that they knew each other before, but
No.
I think when they first went into the experiment,
It's like, hey, girl, I've got a boy on the outside.
yeah,
Me too.
I've got your back. We can
Yeah.
get through this. Like, think about how good it's going to be when we get out. Oh my god, we're going to get so many Shein deals. Oh my god, we can do our Temu. We can do our Temu code. Temu code.
Hey, I like
Lauren,
Temu.
everyone.
Don't fucking take the piss out of Temu. I fucking like my
love
Temu.
Temu, like sponsor me. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's like, what other, what other ray of hope did they want out of this? Like, what else? What was the other option?
So Lauren
You know,
said
like-
multiple times she just wanted to get the most followers on the season. So now I think she's given up on
Because
on
Lucinda Light is the
Yeah, Lucinda's-
Lucinda's
I think-
the best.
I think
Doll.
now she's like, okay, well, excluding Lucinda, I just want to get the most. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But she sort of said that was, I don't understand what her end game is, what the plan
Well, that's
is.
what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, no,
understand
I
what
don't
the
know.
end game was here because she lets it out saying that and tells the whole group that, yeah, guys, I did have, someone on the outside. So everyone in the experiment and the producers and everyone knows. So I don't understand her end game here. I think at that point, and this is just me playing devil's advocate thinking, okay, this is what would have happened. She's said it to the group. The producers all know. She then becomes a mouthpiece for the producers. We know how it works. They're just like, okay, you just need to go for Jack now. You just need to be the kind of mouthpiece. Go for it. Don't hold back now, because they couldn't let her go at that point. Like, imagine Lauren leaves and it's like, that it's disjointed. Yep. So, and I know, I understand from them making a TV show point of view, they've got to keep the flow going. I understand that. So that's why they couldn't bring in last minute. Oh, Lauren actually had a boyfriend on the outside this whole time.
And they actually said that. They were like, we can't, it's not part of the storyline.
Exactly. I get that.
Is Lauren still with him?
No, so she at the reunion dinner party, when Jaden yelled at her, she left the table, she came back and then she was okay. I think she went and actually did a voxy while she was crying though, from what I saw. But she came back and everyone was like, so what happened with this guy in Bali? And she's like, she'd had a few drinks by this stage and sort of didn't care. And she was like, I flew over there and he wanted nothing to do with me, so I just got drunk. So after all of that, she went to see him and he found out she'd been on MAFS and was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, well didn't she think that that's what would have happened if he was a good guy? Like, if you had any self-respect, don't you think he knew that you were just on Married at First Sight? So what the fuck are you doing, girl?
Yeah.
And she told the table that I did go over. I went to see him, and he said, "I don't want anything to do with you." And so we're like, after all of that,
Did you not speak to him before fucking booking the ticket?
Oh, she had the flights booked. Yeah. So her and Sarah both flew the day after final vows. They flew out.
Oh my god!
Both of them. Yeah.
I was afraid I was going to see her at the airport. Because I went to the airport, but I was domestic. I flew back to the Gold Coast the next day, but she flew to Bali.
Because I even said to Tim, I was like, Tim, were you even invited to go with Sarah? Because apparently it was her 30th, not to go and fuck this guy in Bali. But I said, were you invited or what?
Did you guys see the video of Lauren when she's like, yeah, I fucked a street dog. Have you seen that?
No.
She did not say that.
You have?
No, she slept with a guy in a cemetery.
Yeah.
And she didn't know his name, but it's like she said this.
Oh, okay.
A few days after we finished final vows, she went over and a mate of mine sent it and he's like, is this the bird you were married to? And I was he's like flicked to a minute 30 or whatever. And I had a look and I'm like, oh my God. And she's with a vape off her face, like chatting to some reporter and I don't know.
Isn't she in her 30s?
Kudos.
Like, isn't it time to grow up, maybe?
Yeah.
Same age as Ellie, 33. But the guy's like, what's the craziest route you've ever had or something? And she's like, I banged a guy in a cemetery. I didn't know his name. It was
Oh my God.
But apparently that footage has been deleted off the internet. I think.
Was it her?
They probably tried to just completely erase it off the internet.
Yeah.
But as we know, when you put things on the internet, they stay there.
It's on there forever. Yes.
Don't I know all about it?
Yeah, they hang around.
I don't know if I was naive. Were we naive?
I think
were
that we
just
were.
Goody two shoes or something?
I think we
Because
were.
I'm telling you right now, we went into that being like goody two shoes, fucking like.
Yeah.
Not a foot wrong.
Yeah,
we wanted to find love.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what I
that was
did.
me
Like
too.
I didn't date or sleep with anyone for, I don't know, 5 months before it. I got off, as soon as I decided to do it, I got off dating apps. I was like, I'm going to do
Which is normal.
Which is what you're supposed to do.
That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. But then
Ellie's like, she did it. Did you not?
No, I was.
Get it, girl.
I wrote it actually in my confession letter, and it never made the cut. So I was like, okay.
So what was your confession?
That I was seeing someone before I came onto the experiment,
Oh
but
my
it was
God,
a very, short-term thing. It was, not set in stone. I know it doesn't make it any better, but you know how Jack got roasted for having someone.
Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking, oh God, this could be me.
No, they didn't pick
He probably
you.
wouldn't have got roasted
But I owned
anyway.
it, and it was
Lauren
my
had
confession.
two
I was happy
husbands
to
in the
come
time
forward
she
and say
applied.
it.
Yeah, no, I get that. And look,
and she ripped into
you
Jack
never,
about it.
you also don't know if your partner's going to pull out at the last minute as well. So it's like, hang on, am I like this person that you could have been seeing could have been your person? Do you know what I mean? Like also, you,
I know what you mean.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket with MAFS because things could,
Yeah.
change like
You
that.
sort of don't know
They can
you're
pull
going on
out,
until
something
a
can
week
happen.
before.
Like
Yeah.
he could be a real dead shit and you just walk out.
Yeah.
You know, you could have got Collins.
Yep.
Or Ben.
Or Ben.
Well, I did. Okay.
Jeez. And are you and Lauren friends? What's
No.
Yeah, where does
that?
it stand now with you and Lauren?
Yeah, so we were coming up to the show and we even chatted to her a few times.
Oh, as a couple, like you'd speak.
Yeah, we'd have her on speakerphone and we'd chat to
Hey,
her
Lauren.
because she was like, I'm going to support you guys. And then we found out she was
total opposite.
leaking. Yeah, she was saying nice stuff. If she was on camera, she'd say nice stuff about us, but then she was leaking all
As a
sorts
source. So as a source, she would go to
Sorts of
other
horrible
news
things.
outlets and
Yeah.
say, as a source told this news
Yeah.
outlet, and then she'd say all the fucked stuff. But if it's her standing there with her face, she'd
Yeah.
say it nicely. Like when
Wow.
she do the Channel 9 thing, she'd say, I'm so happy for Jono
Yeah.
and Ellie.
Yeah, so
was
she sent me a
believable.
message one
Very.
night. It was, I just want to let you guys know that I fully support you and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm like, oh, look at this, is really nice. And then the next morning, I spoke with a guy from the Daily Mail and he was like, I just had Lauren ripping shreds through me because people have found out about you and Ellie and they're supportive of it. What the hell? Why are people supportive of this? People should hate this. They cheated. So,
Yeah,
and then I
so-
was looking at this message and reading the message from the guy from Daily Mail, and it's like, she's saying, I support you guys. Why are people supporting them? They should hate them.
So
And I
her
was like-
thing is Lauren wanted to publicly appear that she was supportive of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
behind the scenes, she wanted everyone else to hate you and say it was cheating and for
Yeah.
her to be the
Yeah.
hero.
Yes. And it
The sob story.
worked so far. But now all the truth is coming out, it's seeping out around the corners now. She was definitely feeding stuff to like anyone that would listen to her,
you
really.
could tell by just reading the article. It was literally like they just copied and pasted what she said.
Yeah, and then
the,
she
the
even
language she uses.
And she posted on her own socials, on her so cooked thing. She posted something on there saying, "Please stop trolling Ellie and her business." And it was not my business where I work.
Yeah.
But the thing is, behind the scenes, we're still feeding like
Yeah, it
bullshit
was
to
so.
Wow.
We had all these. I
Disgusting.
had
I'm sorry, that's disgusting.
I had 20 people send me that post. Oh, it's so nice. Lauren's doing this, and I'm like, yeah. She also put this up today, and would send them something from or something else,
yeah.
and where it was information that only she would know, and it's like playing both sides, looking great in the public face, but then just feeding stuff. Trying
Well, it's
to
classic.
destroy
It's
us.
PR 101. And I mean,
Yeah,
we know
she's
that
in
she works in PR. So
very
it's like
smart.
we can read the
She's
script. We're not
definitely her
stupid.
number one client. Is her for sure. She spent so much time on the last 4 months trying to destroy everyone on the cast, not just us. Everyone.
But in turn, I think what she's done is actually destroy herself,
Herself.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think she realized that, but I think maybe now, potentially, as it's getting closer to you guys getting your socials back, I guess people wanting to speak out because they've had enough of the bullshit. I think all of that work that she's done thinking that it was going to be for the good of herself
pay dividends
is
for
now
herself.
actually like unraveling. Look, I mean, if you shit the bed, you got to lay in it,
The
right?
thing I don't get is she won the show. Like, she absolutely got the best at it. She looked great. You know, it looked like I cheated on her. It looked like she was upset about it. It's great. Right off into the sunset and hope no one ever talks about this again.
Yeah, if she
don't
just-
then go
yeah,
and
yeah.
try and destroy people because then they find out and then they're sitting here doing this with you saying
Yeah.
what actually happened.
Yeah, 'cause
I wouldn't
people
have
speak
said, I would have just ridden into the sunset if it
Yeah.
wasn't for her taking the time out of her day to say horrible things about Ellie that are just not true. It's that saying, you keep telling lies about me and I'll keep telling the truth about you. I literally
nice
one
one.
day I
I
was
know
like, stuff it. I am done. Let's get media. Let's actually go out and
Yeah.
tell. But I wasn't going to.
We were
It's
just
like,
gonna go
you got the perfect
quiet.
edit. You looked amazing. Everyone loves you.
So you
Yeah.
were
Wasn't
literally
good
just,
enough
you
for
guys
that.
were going to be like, yep, okay, good for you, Lauren. Like,
Yeah, we
good.
were-
You're in a relationship. You're living
Yeah.
on the Gold Coast. You're in your world. That's
Yeah,
it.
we're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then it's just like she wasn't happy with how amazing. They did not show one bad thing she did on that whole show. Not one bad thing. And that wasn't good enough. She still had to go and write horrible articles
And then,
about it.
and Ben's doing it to me too. He's writing this hate train. I'm sure you guys have seen
Yes,
stuff online.
I was actually going to ask about that, about the videos,
Yeah,
like
the
this
stupid
TikTok
articles.
war. Apparently, it's the Ben's TikTok war.
I've blocked him. I don't want to see his shit because I talk funny, so people think I'm gay because of the way I talk. And he's like, and he pretends to be me and tries to talk
yeah.
gay.
He's. I actually.
I don't find
saw,
him-
I saw something and I was like, are you? It sounds like you're actually being derogatory to
Gay people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know. And that's why I was like, I'm just going to block him. I pulled my video down. I was just joking. Like, he wiped his bum with a new idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I
saw
thought
that.
that was quite funny.
And I actually did laugh about it.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's like you're so childish and you're so bitter.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's also like, Ben, shut up and just fucking drift away into the fucking,
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
got a
Way people
girlfriend.
forget who you are.
Yes.
Like, that's what I'd be
I
doing.
know. Like, you're not going to get a gig on Getaway, bruv.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what he wants.
I've been to more countries than he has. West
Yeah,
Tour guy.
exactly.
But I think I woke up one morning and everyone had been saying, you need to get on TikTok, you need to do it. Like I knew Lauren and Sarah had been smashing it, and then Eden started doing it, and then Timothy started doing it. And that's when I was like, when old Tim started doing
Fuck,
it, I'm
I
like,
know.
Yeah.
When
I
Timothy
gotta do
starts,
it.
it's like, guys,
He's
come
like
on.
sunset walk on the beach. I was
Yeah,
like,
so
what?
I
Like,
saw
oh my
that.
God, this is like my mum's
I
TikToks,
saw
man.
that and I woke up and I was like sitting outside and I've like opened TikTok and I was like record, put up. I just thought it was a bit of a joke, but it actually got a heap of views and
Yeah.
and then I sort of thought about it and I was like, I don't want to be negative. I don't want this page to be
Look,
negative.
it's
No.
a bit of the banter, a bit of the like the.
It's like tongue in cheek, you know?
it's-
Yeah.
you know, a bit of this little push and shove shit.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
nasty. It also adds to the drama of
Yeah.
what you just went through,
Yeah,
right?
I
And the
know.
show and keeps it. It's fun. It's lighthearted. You know, there's so much shit going on in the world. At the end of the day, guys, this is a TV show. It's a light entertainment. It's reality TV.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of shit going on in the world that's heavy,
Yeah.
and this is just light entertainment.
I know.
So
Exactly.
you know.
I
I
just
think
made the
these-
choice though. I
Yeah,
just went,
look,
I don't
yeah.
want to be
That's great,
because
that's
then
for you.
Ben responded
Yeah.
and then it was
kept
giving him
going.
a platform and it was built and I just was like,
Yeah.
block,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, and
delete.
it's like how much can you keep going to? Because then it gets to a point where it's like you just it's
Yeah, I don't want to
it's too
be like
far,
a Harrison where you're still trying desperately
Yeah.
to cling on to something.
Yes,
or,
yeah,
to
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Carrying
commenting on stuff. I didn't want to
Commenting on things that you just have no like.
Just
Him
no.
and Ben can just
Just-
go into the sunset together.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
they they are like this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
he was
actually-
meeting up with him like before we even went on the show. So
What?
What?
Yeah, Ben went around and tried to meet as many people as he could from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew!
So
Yeah. Did he reach
That's
out
so
to you?
cringe. No, he didn't reach out to me. Jesus Christ! Thank
yeah,
God.
he-
I don't know if he did. Jesus.
But even after the show, he tried to reach out to everyone. Like he messaged
To
me.
deal
I
with the bad
ignored him.
edit.
Yeah, because he knew he was going to get a bad edit. Like he went and saw Timothy, and he actually told Timothy Ben broke up with a chick to go on the show too, even though he gave Ellie crap about that. But that's now his current girlfriend, the chick he's with. He said I met her at a bar, but he met her before the show. He told Timothy that.
That's
Didn't
so
think-
embarrassing for her.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, well, let
Has
me-
anyone checked on her? Like, is she,
I don't know. Hey, I hope she's okay.
are they still together? Like,
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I hope she's all right.
And guys, let's talk about you guys.
Yeah.
yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
you guys because honestly, all that
Let's,
drama.
we want
all
to
of
finish
that-
it on you guys and where you guys are at now because like we said before, we love love and we love hearing success stories. And so what, you both live here in the Gold
Yeah,
Coast?
we live together.
Oh, you live together?
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
wow.
it's really nice.
We've been at the 5 months now,
Yeah.
I think.
Wow, that's gone so quick.
Has it been
Yeah.
5
It
months?
feels longer.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
it honestly feels
what?
longer because
So
it's
I
longer
think we got a place
Yeah,
like
of course, and have-
mid-December.
Yeah, and like being
Oh,
together
the
through
time.
that and being able to support each other through that.
Yeah.
It's
It has been amazing, like, because we've had some dark times in the last
I'm
few
sure.
months, like, but to be
Yeah, I can
able
imagine.
to have
Yeah.
someone who was there and
Yeah.
understands, because, I always thought about if you don't end up with your partner on MAFS and then you get another partner who wasn't on MAFS, I just know in every single fight you ever had, you went on MAFS. Like us both going on it means it'll always be sort of an even playing field
Yeah.
in that regard. I can just imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just see it. So, but it's been so good to be like, we went through all of that, but if that's what we had to do to find each other, then
Yeah.
so be it. You
and
know,
we
it's
all
not
saw that
ideal.
you guys were so much more aligned on like what you want out of life. And I think that this is the match that definitely should have been made from the
Yeah.
start. But also everything does happen for a reason, doesn't it? And I
Yeah.
think, your journeys, didn't meet up then, but they've met up now. And I think I'm really happy
And
for
we,
you guys.
yeah,
really
like
lucky.
we feel like you guys have a really genuine connection and we actually enjoy it.
At the end of the day, like you found love and you're living
Yeah.
together.
For sure.
And I think, my best advice to you guys in terms of, because look,
What's next with when you get your accounts
We're 3
back?
years out now.
Yeah.
We're 3 years out from doing the experiment. And,
Yeah.
like we're on good speaking terms with only like literally probably 2 people, to be
Yeah.
honest. And, you know,
You'll learn that pretty quick.
You've just got to remember, like, you were put together not because you actually wanted to, but because you were forced to. And if you're not friends with people from the experiment, it's not the be all and end all of the world.
You didn't go there to make friends. We got lucky. But
we got lucky.
You guys came out with
you
what
got each other.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
keep your friends and your family close to you and the people that love you and loved you before all that crazy shit happened. And all of the outside noise, it is just that. It's going to be outside noise. It's going to be quite loud for a while. You might not be able to sleep for a bit. You might need earplugs.
Or just don't go online. That's what I did for 4 months.
Yeah.
And people are going to talk shit. People still talk shit about us. Well, not her because she's an angel, but me. You know, oh, go and smash the glass, Tom. Go and smash another glass. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, oh, you're
Was
so
that you?
funny. You know, like, really? Yeah, it's like, oh, wow, you're so
The
funny.
infamous. Like, it would come up at dinner parties, the glass
honestly,
smashing
I'm just
incident, but
like-
I never knew.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it
wow.
happened. It's like, you
It
know,
happened.
iconic.
It made history.
Right.
But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Truly,
Yeah.
and
Thank
being
you.
open, honest.
Yeah.
Even when we pushed back and I was, you know,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fine.
yeah, we really do appreciate it, and all the best for the future. I mean, like,
Thanks.
Thank you.
We actually have heaps of plans coming up, so we're looking forward to
So
it.
Great.
many
I'm excited to see what's
holidays,
next
great.
for
I
you
know, I can't
guys.
wait. Hopefully, babies in the future because that's what I want to see. I want a little MAFS baby.
Some more MAFS babies.
Yeah, I want some MAFS babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey,
One
we'll
day.
see.
But have fun first.
Yeah, have fun,
that's
travel.
what we're gonna do.
Have fun, and just don't take it all too seriously because at
You're
the
still
end
in
of
the
the day,
honeymoon phase too, which is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
and don't let the outside noise affect you guys because that's all bullshit and that's
Yeah.
all going to fade away. Do you know
And
what I
it's
mean?
not real.
It
It's
hasn't
not
been
real.
the
Yeah.
easiest sort of start to a relationship.
If you can get through this, oh my god,
I don't know how you
life
guys
will be a
have done it.
cakewalk.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
I'm
Thank
glad
you
we're
guys
doing
so
that.
much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you for having us.
And all
It was
the
awesome
best.
meeting
Yeah,
you.
all the best.
Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
Thanks, guys.